Hello all. I want to take just a couple of minutes to talk to you about something called positive behaviour support, because I've got some really good opportunities for staff at CEDA to develop professionally and gain an understanding in this area. Now, positive behaviour support, if you haven't heard of it before, is actually it's a part of what we already do at CEDA. It's how we already try and approach behaviour. We're trying to avoid punishment-based methods. It also informs the recording systems we use and how we analyse behaviour and try and figure out what to put in the behaviour plans that might help. And personally, I'm undertaking a level 5 in positive behaviour support, which is really helping me understand the functions of different behaviours and how we can develop ideas that might reduce that behaviour or shape it to something that's a little bit more useful for that individual. Because ultimately that's our goal. We want to improve the quality of life of the people we work with. Now, I'm not going to waste loads of time telling you too much about what positive behaviour support is, because I've got a course that will do that. It's a free online course that we've got access to. It takes about 3 hours. Like I said, it can be done online. You can leave it and come back to it. It's that kind of thing. A bit like the online safeguarding courses for those of you in the youth service. But I will tell you what it isn't, which is odd. I can imagine you thinking, but I'm going to carry on anyway. What positive behaviour support isn't about is just about physical intervention. In fact, it's all the things that are going to avoid you having to go down that route in the first place, hopefully. It's also not just about individuals with really extremely aggressive behaviour or defiant behaviour or really challenging behaviour. It can actually be applied to anyone with a behaviour that's seen as challenging in a social setting and that might just isolate them from accessing to the community, which again is what we want for all our service users. We want them to be able to access community. It's also not a fad. It's not something that's going to fade out. It's not something that I've just come across in a book this week and decided we all need to do it. It's actually forming part of government legislation that's coming out now since the Winterbourne case review on, for those of you that are aware of the Winterbourne House issue, some of the horrible things that went on there. All the literature that's coming forward is suggesting that positive behaviour support will need to be implemented into all services that work with individuals at risk of displaying challenging behaviour, and that in particular individuals with learning disability, autism, Down syndrome, things like that. Also, positive behaviour support isn't really just about behaviour. What I'm finding is a lot of the principles, a lot of the learning that you do is about being person-centred. It's about being outcomes-based and setting measurable outcomes and how we work towards that. It also goes into detail about how we teach skills and the stages of teaching a skill, and generally improving quality of life for service users, which are all things which are essential to what CEDA does, and also that we're able to do because of the fantastic staff that we have. So for you, what's in it for you guys? Well, it's an opportunity for personal development, to have a greater understanding of how you can improve the quality of life for the service users that you work with. But it's also a recognised qualification. It's a level 1 and it's a qualification from NHS Wales. It's something you could put on your CV. It's not just going to be something that I'm going to give you a made-up certificate about. And actually, I think in the future it's going to be something that you'll probably have to have for certain jobs in health and social care, or it will certainly give you a step above someone else going for that job. Not that I'm saying you should all leave CEDA, of course, but in the future. But don't take my word for it. Try it out. It takes about 3 hours online. Unfortunately, we don't have the budget to pay everyone to do it, so we are asking staff to take it as an opportunity for personal development. We can't expect you to take it, but we are hoping that you all will. Or I'm hoping that you all will. All of the service managers are going to be undertaking a level 3 qualification in PBS over the next year. And I also have some training budget left over for anyone that shows a particular interest. So for those of you guys that undertake the level 1 and would like to take it further, that might be something we can help you with further on down the line. To access the course, I need to set you up with a login and username. So you just email me, which is sam.h@cedaonline.org.uk. in case you don't know it. Email me with your name. I guess your email address will come up, but you can put it in there if you like, and I'll get you set up, and then we'll send you the login details. It'd be great to see as many people doing it as possible. So thank you for taking the time to watch and listen. It might be a bit weird, but imagine reading all that I just said in an email. Ugh, it'd be terrible.